I am the self-help hacker. I made a video recently reminding everyone that anything you believe is true, in your mind. Most people have identity protective cognition. If someone tries to tell them the opposite of their belief, they feel attacked. They feel like they have to defend it. And then by defending what they believe, ultimately that other person who's debating them is just reinforcing the person to believe even more what they already believe. So I accept this about people. I accept, for the most part, people don't change their views and opinions. At least definitely not in the context of a debate. If someone's trying to prove someone wrong, that's the last result that's going to come out of that, is that you're going to change their mind. Because ultimately, if you're doing that, you're trying to basically get that person's respect, and that's not how the world actually works. If you're under the age of 35, you think it is. Once you get past that, you realize, wow, it's a lot more easier just to not worry about trying to convert people to my own way of thinking if they're not into it. If they are, you can help them along and mentor them, but if not, wasting your time. So, as it is right here on this note, assuming the truth is a lie. Assuming the truth is a lie. I made a video earlier this week in my real time talking about height. It was really a petty video. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I think in the context of the dozens of videos I've made in this series. But the video was, your height is not the reason people like you or don't. So if you're a tall girl and it bothers you, oh, no one likes me because I'm too tall. Or if you're a guy, no one likes me because I'm too short. Like, in reality, that's not the reason people like you or don't like you. You're so focused on yourself that you make that the thing, you give that power. In reality, there's other people of the same gender and height, and they don't have any issues with it. They are able to realize that yes, people are self-centered, and yes, people are often arrogant. But ultimately, that's not why they don't like you or not, because of your height or whatever thing you have that's different about you. That's not the reason. So I said that. I made a video about that. And comments came in, troubling comments, mind you, of people who just wouldn't be having it. They could not accept that as truth because, as it is in the sticky note, assuming the truth is a lie. It's funny because people get so caught up in what they really believe is true, what they really believe is reality, that when they hear someone speak the truth, they hear a lie. They think, nope, that person is lying. So if I say, you know what, I'm 5'9", I'm not tall, but my life's great, everything worked out, but still I could have a guy watch my video, say I'm 5'9" and my life's horrible, and that's the reason nobody likes me. Like, that could happen. In reality, that's obviously not true, because why would that be true for another person but not for me? Well, if you were to actually start answering the question, then you'd obviously see, well, what am I doing right beyond, quote, not being tall enough, which I am. I was telling somebody at work today, I was like, if I was age 20 and you asked me, how tall do you wish you could be? I'd probably be like, oh, I'll be 6'3". In hindsight, I would much rather be 5'9" than 6'3", because man, I'm thinking like, it'd be hard to fit in cars, it'd be hard to fit in planes, you'd just always be sticking out. I don't know that I always want to be standing out all the time being taller than I was as a guy, you know? So, oh no, did I just make it easy for a female to leave a comment? And okay, but ultimately, see, that's the thing. When people hear good advice, if their mind's already made up otherwise, they hear the good advice, they hear the truth as a lie, because they're caught up in the identity protective cognition. They got to keep defending that belief that's actually hurting them and holding them back. That's what happens. So they assume the truth is a lie, and there's no getting through to them until they can break past what they believe is the truth, accepting that's actually the lie that they keep telling themselves, what I refer to as the bully in the mirror, right? The bully in the mirror is you focusing on one thing about yourself that you don't like, that most people, do they notice it? Yeah, they probably notice it. Do they care? No. Do they base their ability to like you off of that? No. And the fact that I have to keep saying that, and this is an ongoing theme, tells me a lot about, I need to keep addressing this from different angles. This is actually an issue that a lot of people are dealing with. But just imagine, and it goes back to this thing of, well, don't you think if I were wrong, I would know it? Say that with me. Don't you think if I were wrong, I would know it? Now that you've said it out loud, think how ridiculous of a thought that is. But that's how it is for so many people. They keep getting caught up on what they think is the reason people don't like them when it's actually not. It's because they're being so focused on themselves instead of other people and making other people's day better. That's how you connect with human beings. That's how you get them to like you. And it's not a matter of, you treat everybody the same way. And some people are going to ignore you and not care about you, but others are. And those are the people who need you the most, because ultimately people are hurting and people are lonely and they need you. They don't need you worrying, oh no, my nose is too big. People can't like me if my nose is, or whatever silly thing you come up with. That's what I'm calling a confidence crutch. Confidence crutch is when you think that you're truly held back in life, that your confidence is truly hurt by that one thing, because you give it power, because you allow it to. You allow, even when a logical person tries to share logic with you, a reasonable person shares reason with you. But I've made a video about this. Never try to reason with an irreasonable person. Never try to share logic with an illogical person. That's one of the videos in this series. I've talked about it. So the question is, are you the person that I can't reason with because you're being irreasonable, because you have a confidence crutch, confidence crutch, not crush, confidence crutch, because you have a confidence crutch that's holding you back. And that is actually the reason, in theory, people don't like you, because they can't even get to know you, because you're so caught up in yourself and what you believe is your weakness, because you keep giving power to that weakness. If everything I said still just went right over you, you're one of the people who will give this a thumb down, because you're still believing that your nose is too big, or that you're too short or too tall, or that your skin's not the right color, or your ears stick out too big. Whatever the silly thing is, you're still too caught up in that to realize life is about other people helping them sort out their own stuff. Your comments belong right here.